Hey guys, so earlier this week made a poll asking that y'all wanted me to give my opinion on Sandrone and her new look. And I got 5 votes, it seems. But a good majority of y'all wanted my thoughts on it, so that's what we're doing today. I'm not gonna make this into a long video. I'm just gonna talk about the skin, my opinion on it, my opinion on people's whole thing they are talking about with the skin, and so forth. So yeah, let's get started. So, on your screen here is the before and after. The before is on the right, the after is on the left. So, this is gonna be Sandrone's new look. Initial thoughts? I actually like the new look. Nothing wrong with the old look, of course, but I do actually like the new look a bit more. It kind of reminds me of Noel's look, honestly. If you remove the armor plates and stuff off of Noel, it would look somewhat identical to this skin here. But yeah, I don't really have an issue with it. Um, I would think that if she was wearing the old look, it would give you the idea that she would have been a Geo character, but it turns out that she didn't even have vision, so there's that. So yeah, I mean this outfit here doesn't really scream out cryo, but then again, like if you look at say someone like where's he at? If you look at someone like Wisely, does he scream out cryo to you? like he does not scream out cryo. I mean, hell, even fucking feminine here don't scream out cryo. So I mean, regardless of saying John A's look, screaming out a specific element. I mean, we have long since established that don't be the case. I mean, hell, Prune just came out and she does not scream out fucking Anemo. You looking at her, you've been under the impression that maybe she was an electro character for real, for real. But that being said, I have seen some people voice their, complaints in terms of the new look and everything. It mostly to do with the fact that she doesn't look more elegant-ish, kinda in this new skin than she did in her old skin. The skirt is shorter. The flower mark looking thing on the middle is not there. It seemed like they have kind of put some like kind of an open view with her chest area is. I mean, if you zoom in enough, I'm sure you'll see it. But they have said that it seemed very different from from the old look, and they would prefer the old look. Now, this is really reminiscent to the whole thing with Wanderer. If people remember, Wanderer had a different look than what he has now. And, I can understand why some people feel that way, but at the same time, I also think that in the case of Jane Jones, she died. And then because she died, quote quote, she pretty much getting a whole new model, a whole new this, a whole new that, pretty much a whole new, person, as if you will. The same thing with the Wanderer. You have to remember that the Wanderer before then was this dark, depressed, emo kind of kid. And as soon as, he decided to put himself in Ermin's soul and pretty much reset the fucking timeline where he did not exist, that's how we got this look. It would seem rather weird in hindsight that he happened to have that same dark look if you saw him again after he reset himself. So I mean, on one hand, I'm sure some people would say, well, they could just give us a default skin of that, and I guess it would make sense if the Hoyo decided to do that. But it's really a matter of just, picking hairs on the matter. Do I think Wanderer's skin in on this skin is better than the other one? Up for debate. I like it. I mean, yeah, will I say it's better than the other one? Not entirely, but I still like the skin regardless. So it's basically the same thing what they're saying with Sandrone. It's one of those things where you just had to get used to it, and when doing this, and the longer you get used to it, or the longer you see it, I should say, the longer you see it, the more used to it you will be with it. So it's a nothing burger, for being honest. It really is. I'm not gonna say people are just bitching for the sake of bitching. I understand why they're complaining about it. I get it. I get it. Believe me, it's the same argument you can make in regards of the traveler. I'm sure a lot of people, when they saw that traveler gonna get a new look, people had kept this look in opposed to this look that we've been having all this time. And you're used to it, and you're gonna more or less see this as cinematic cutscene more so than you're gonna see this. And I mean, I think the thing I can appreciate with Genshin is that 'cause before we got in this game, every time there would be a little like dialogue cutscene and whatnot, we would always see the traveler in the skin. But it seemed like since this update began, you can start seeing the traveler wearing their alternate skin, during those cutscenes. I'm thinking when it comes to cinematic cutscenes, like I think like say near the end of Act 10, they decided to change it only because of what was happening during the whole Dark fight. So yeah, like but I can understand why some people would say, "Man, I would travel have different skin," and lo and behold, we got new skin. So I can understand that some people would feel that Sandrone skin being different in the way it is, they will say, "Man, I really prefer the old one over the new one." But for me personally, I personally like the new skin. I don't see nothing wrong with it, honestly. But yeah, that's really all there is for me to talk about. Really, I don't really need to go too in depth about everything else. I've seen some people, voice their concerns about Polonia, but really, I think it'd be better off if we just find out through the story quest on what's going on with that. Whether Polonia is truly gone, whether he's the reason why she gonna have a new power up, whether that other machine she has is probably Polonia just 2.0, just a female version of it, of him. Who knows? We just have to wait and see. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think of Centronia's new skin? And will you be pulling for her? I will be sure pulling for her. And hopefully, it don't be a struggle. But we'll just have to wait until then. So yeah, catch you guys later. Peace out.